ready for the championships finale. Set, and away they go from that 1600. Diwali Rocket on debut was a little bit slow into stride, is punched along at the back. Mount Pinatubo, the first one to respond with Sunset Riot. On the outside, you've got Moonlight Trader going 3 wide to look for the lead. Then Diwali Rocket racing about 3 lengths back and about 7 lengths off the leader, followed by Blurred Vision. 2 lengths Legend of Arthur, 4 lengths Panning Gold at the back end of the field, and there's about 12 lengths that cover them down the side of the track, racing towards the 1,000 meter mark. Out in front is Moonlight Trader, found the lead, gone about a length clear of Sunset Riot, racing one off the fence in second. Mount Pinatubo's along the rail, and they followed by Diwali Rocket, 5 off them. Followed further back by Blurred Vision. Then came Legend of Arthur, and Panning Gold is about 5 lengths behind the second last horse. They're about to turn for home. They're just on 700 meters left to go, and Moonlight Trader's going to guide them into the home straight. Mount Pinatubo goes through down the inside. Sunset Riot's towards the outside. Then came Legend of Arthur. He's got 4 lengths to make up, and further back in the field there you got Diwali Rocket, Panning Gold and Blurred Vision. They come down to the last 400, and now Mount Pinatubo's in front. Moonlight Trader still right there. Down the inside, Legend of Arthur's getting into it, and then came Sunset Riot. Further back is Panning Gold, but now Legend of Arthur takes the lead with 200 meters left to go from Mount Pinatubo in second. Then came Sunset Riot trying to run on towards the outside, but Legend of Arthur's gone clear 5 lengths into the closing stages, and Legend of Arthur will win well. Second place will go to Panning Gold, ran on for second. Mount Pinatubo third. Then came Sunset Riot. Legend of Arthur's on the left-hand side of your screen under Richard Fourie for the trainer Sean Terry. This is owned by Mrs. J.P. Gardner, Mrs. M.A. Curry, B.G. Gardner, C.J. Miller and Drakenstain Stud, nominee Mrs. G.A. Rupert. It's on the left-hand side of your screen and is well clear, moved up steadily down the inside there. And Mount Pinatubo trying to stick on. Panning Gold running on from way off them to run into the second spot, but it is Legend of Arthur that's victorious. First 4 across the line are 1, 7, 3, 4.
Right, so that was the running of the 4 Racing welcomes you juvenile plate over the 1600 meters, and indeed 4 Racing does welcome you to a spectacular day's racing. This is the championships finale, and of course the winner there coming out of a man who's writing his own legend as we speak, Mr. Richard Fourie, aboard Legend of Arthur, this 2-year-old son of Lancaster Bomber, comes out for this 3rd run and 2nd win in spectacular form after beating out a fantastic field over the 1450 last time out. And we'll have Richard Fourie come join us, of course, the winning trainer being Sean Terry. Now, this phenomenal horse and one for the future is owned by Mrs. J.P. Gardner, Mrs. M.A. Curry, B.G. Gardner, as well as C.J. Miller, and of course, Drakenstain Stud nominees are Mrs. G.A. Rupert, bred by Drakenstain indeed, and we'll be waiting for those winning connections to come in and join us. We started off the day in spectacular fashion, and who better than to start off the day than this gentleman here, Richard Fourie, will be joining me just to have a word about his spectacular rise this particular season and what he's chasing down. Richard, fantastic ride, congratulations. I'd say it was kind of expected looking at the quality of the last win. It looks like this is one for the future for sure.
Yeah, make no mistake, there was horses with some form. Obviously Gavin's horse looks amazing, but I think there was a bit of stamina doubts for his horse being an erupt, and it's had 2 good sprints and straight into the mile, so it's a bit tricky. But first time I rode this horse was in a 5 furlong, and I said to Terry, can't wait to ride this horse. You know, first race around the bend, and you're going to really see a horse. And yeah, he's just he breathes class, and the way he walks and his demeanour is good. I must say well done to Mr. Terry and the team. He was a different class horse today. You know, with his well-being, and you know, last time he was still a bit aggressive. But now he's off the bit completely. I think the change in the bit. So I noticed he had a soft rubber ring bit on. Made a trick all worthy. And well done to Mr. Garner. To the owners, thank you so much, Mr. Terry and the team, and to my sponsor, Winning Form.
You're the man to ask. How's the ground there, under foot or under hoof, as it were?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I like that. That's a quote to take to the bank. Congratulations, Richard Fourie, a man who's writing his own legend, like I said, and we're looking forward to many more rides. And Sean Terry, come on through. Firstly, I promised myself that I would congratulate you when we're closing down the championships for the feat that your yard completed on Champions Day, that being the ride aboard Thunderstruck with Richard Fourie, your 300 stakes winner for your yard. So allow me to congratulate you first and foremost before we get to this boy.
Yes, thank you. Obviously, a milestone like that reminds me how long I've been training. But all the same, I was very pleased to achieve a milestone like that. And obviously, without the hard work from your team and the support from loyal owners, it's not possible.
Of course, and you talk about owners, and you don't get much better than the ownership of this 2-year-old here. This horse is one for the future. I'm not just saying that. Many people that have spoken to me about this horse, especially after the last showing, have said the same thing. It seems to just improve and improve, and we look at that finish, and I think this horse is going places for sure.
Yeah, listen, I was actually looking forward to this race. I wanted him tested. I felt that he's a very nice horse, and yeah, we didn't beat much last time, and there were some first-timers that ran in the placing, so we were relatively still unexposed, and there was some fighting talk from some of the other runners today. So yeah, I think he's got the job done. I'm very pleased. Lovely to have Joe and Bruce on course, and obviously Colin, Gaynor, Mark Curry, they aren't here. Well done to Drakenstein Stud, obviously, for breeding such a lovely horse. His brother went for massive price at the sale. And yeah, I'm very pleased to start the day like this.
Very pleased to start the day with you, Mr. Terry. And of course, like I said, your yard is one of the highlights of this championship series, and we'll not forget that run in the Computer Form Split. So congratulations to you. And I'm sure there's a lot more people you want to thank behind this horse.
Yes, listen, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about people trusting you when you go and look at horses and you find a horse like this and they back you up. I thought he went a little bit over budget at the time. This year he would have gone half price, it seems. But loyal owners, they're there to back you up. Gaynor stayed in, which was fantastic, and yeah, happy to be here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Terry. I'm sure these young gentlemen do want to have a word or two. Mr. Terry's bodyguards, or rather Mr. Terry's bosses. Daniel, good to see you. Talk to us about Legend of Arthur. I think this horse is only getting started, really.
Yeah, you saw today how he could switch off and then just turn it on when he gets asked. I think it was a very gutsy showing. Obviously, we still have bigger fish to fry with him. But he did nothing wrong. He did all he could do. And I want to say a big well done to Team Terry with the 300 stakes winner. And hopefully we can pass that today.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you to take 2 bottles of wine on behalf of Richard Fourie. He was out here in a dash, and we don't expect anything less from him. And one for Mr. Terry, your father as well. Just courtesy of Penny Mosner there and For Racing, just to start off the day's racing. I believe we've got a bottle of wine for each trainer, owner, as well as jockey, and I didn't give that out to them. So on your way out, you can actually get one of those. And this young gentleman here that I've seen on the TV, who's getting fans all on his own, Mr. Terry, talk to us about this horse, your expectations going into this race.
Yeah, I'd just like to say well done to Mr. and Mrs. Gardner and to Drakenstein Stud.
Absolutely. Did you expect the performance as you saw? I think a lot of us expected Legend of Arthur to win, but the way he acquitted himself was quite spectacular.
I expected him to win, but I didn't expect him to win by this far.
Okay, well, they're confident from the Terrys. Congratulations, gentlemen. Fantastic. We'll obviously have the ownership come in and join us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Daniel, as well. So if you could come in and join us, and Mr. Gardner, you obviously, your silks and your colors are matching your shirt there. This horse is very exciting for a number of different reasons. We saw that in the last outing, but this time tested. Sean Terry seems very happy about that, and one to watch.
Yeah, look, if I said to you that my stomach wasn't in a knot all week, I'd be lying. It is a step in the right direction, but as I was chatting with Kevin Somerville at the sales, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We've been in this game too long. But I really want to thank Gaynor. I've never gone to that price for a horse, and without her help, we couldn't have got her. And we really pushed hard, and she supported, and please God, we can have a good partnership going forward. And to Mark Curry and Colin Miller. And to Sean and the team for producing him and being as patient with him and doing a professional job. But yeah, let's hope there's a future.
I think there is one, certainly from where I stand. Congratulations to you, the entire ownership, Mrs. Rupert as well, and Drakenstein. Fantastic showing, and we look forward to so much more.
I'd be dead if I didn't mention my lovely wife, Jo. All the support she gives, and she's an absolute fanatic about the ownership, and she loves her horses, thanks to her.
Fantastic. There's a bottle of wine for you there as well. Starting off the day quite well indeed. Richard Fourie continues his winning spree here on the way to making history. But of course, we've got a gentleman who's representing the winning groom as well. I think this is Jack, if I'm correct. Jack, you actually represent the groom of this particular horse, Usiavuya Noko. The 1500, courtesy of World Sports Betting, is going to come in, but maybe you want to share some words on behalf of Siavuya.
Yeah, I'm just saying thanks because my team is working hard, and then the owners is good, and then the trainer. That's why there's plenty winners because of his working hard.
Absolutely, working hard is the message there. Again, the winning groom check, courtesy of World Sports Betting, 1,500 Rand for the groom of this exciting horse and son of Lancaster Bomber. Of course, coming up next, race 2, the Racing Today Juvenile Plate for fillies over the 1,600 meters is off at 12:25, and it is indeed the start of the Biport. Don't you go anywhere.